Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Volvo Rescue. Last time I done took our engines apart, sent them off to the machine shop, where they got machined and shopped. This time around, we're going to be sanding and painting, so why don't you go ahead and sit back, relax, grab yourself a dachshund, and let's get along, little doggy. The following series of events was quite taxing on the hands. Do take care of yourself. You only have 2 of each appendage. That's my PSA for the rest of the video, so do excuse the low battery mode, but David was tired. Do grab a friend and do grab some wire wheels and have fun. I unfortunately only had the former. Well, my back hurts, my hands feel trembly, all those vibrations. It's not as bad as an orbital sander, that'll really put the shakes on you. This is the casualty pile. It's oxidizing at an alarming rate out here. We've had a lot of rainstorms lately, so make sure to do a final wipe down of any surface rust. But, whew, that Swedish steel, it does shine out pretty good. Why not go 100% with it? Because not only does the 80-20 rule say that I'm going to spend 5 times as much getting the rest of this paint off, I don't actually need to. This engine had 2 layers of paint on it. Incredible, I know. I stripped down all of the first one. I'm going to hit this side a little bit more. I'm just pooped for right now. Stripping down past that first layer of paint and into the second has really helped a lot for getting a surface adhesion. And it's not a solid spot like right here, where if I was to try to paint over this area, it wouldn't seal very well, because that could heat up and flake off. This is spotty, and little spots like that, it will basically have a full surface of adhesion all around it, so that's looking pretty good. You can also see just the amount of dust that's created by using the paint stripper and then all the wire wheels. It's a bloody mess in here, but that's why you have the cars covered and protected. There's no sparks being thrown with the wire wheels. You gotta wear safety glasses because this is dusty and you don't want to be breathing in original paint. I don't think it's a lead-based paint, but I don't think it's a good idea to just be breathing in anything airborne like this. Engine number 1 is ready, backed up. Engine number 2 will be ready in the morning, and then there's the cylinder heads in the back. These are gonna get sanded as well. Hopefully a little bit easier. The trickiest part about these cylinder heads is gonna be those spark plug holes, just because they're so tiny. That's a spare one, that's why it's so dirty. But here we've got 1 and 2 right there. Box of miscellaneous crap, and a bunch of magazines. time has almost come for paint. There's a few more spots I'm gonna hit. Just giving my hands a break by putting in tape loops in all the spots, all the holes and the threads that I want to protect from paint. The filter is an important one. Of course, you can go over things later with a razor blade or with a tap. This is a plug, and this is just a giant bolt hole that's not even used. But that's a B20 thing. So, as we get ready for paint, of course I have all the cars here wrapped in plastic, partitioned from the rest of the garage. And this head was for a fuel injection system, and these holes aren't going to be used because those are where the bolts would cap the fuel injectors. But since they're all plugged up, no sense in keeping that in. Eventually, you may, at some point, if you're going fancy with some of your plumbing or hose routing, you could actually put a little P clamp and bolt it to these holes. It's a nice convenient thing rather than having to use the holes here on the valve covers. You know, everything is going to be nice and red and pretty, and I'm very excited for that. Our next step is also to degrease it thoroughly. We don't know what kind of chemicals are still on the metal itself, so I'm going to be hitting it with some solvents, letting it dry thoroughly. And the head is not bolted up right now. I have both surfaces taped off. Should be a nice clean paint job. I'm pretty excited. The other one's there. The head still needs to be cleaned up on Bruce's B20, which is sitting in the distance. So right now for Genevieve, I think we are ready to hit it.
Well, partner, I'm gonna have to leave it there for today. It was a lot of fun, and reliving these memories was actually not very fun at all. But thanks for joining us on another great episode of the Volvo Rescue. Pretty soon we'll be putting these engines together, plopping them inside of some good old Swedish metal, and moving on forward with a car that's gonna be running and driving in no time. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of painting the second engine, but you can get yourself an idea of the finished product right here in these photographs. If you haven't been following me on Instagram, Mr. David Bello is the account to be at. That's where I'll be posting all the behind the scenes or the daily footage of whatever I'm working on at this time. Well, thanks again, partner. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, lasso around that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the down low next time. Here you go.